What's up, you guys? After Reaction, and today I'm going to be reacting to some more Roswell. So this is season 1, episode 5. I was supposed to react to this yesterday. However, I had like zero brain function yesterday. Like, straight up, I almost crashed my car. Like, because I just was not all there at all. And yeah, I didn't get much sleep, and so I just kind of decided, I'll do it when I get some sleep. So yeah, here we are today. I also got my hair done. Yes, I have a front fringe, and it won't stay down. It's kind of annoying me at the moment. I don't know how I feel about it right now. Yeah. What else? That's all, I guess. Let's go over the comments of last week's episode. My favorite kind of romance is forbidden or unusual romances like Alien and Human, or Witch and White Lighter, and Demon and Witch from Charmed, or anything that's not normal and forbidden, but the love is so strong. I eat it up every time. I mean, yeah, proof that the Romeo and Juliet formula works. Yeah. that is basically what it is. God, I forgot how great the chemistry between Max and Liz was. This episode never fails to make me cry. I thought Shiri Appleby did a great job with her acting in this episode. Yeah, I thought she did a good job. I don't feel emotionally invested yet. It's only been like 5 episodes. Maybe this show will make me cry though. Look, there's been a few shows that have made me ugly cry on camera. So yeah, that's a thing that could happen, depending on how attached to these characters I get. But yeah, we're only like 5 episodes in, so I don't really know yet. But I'm really liking the show so far. People like me and Tony who know and educate those unaware that this show needs to be experienced with the original music intact. The music that is chosen for scenes was always a little unexplainable, special something that put scenes over. I don't think I've ever seen a TV show, not counting musicals, that did that consistently. This show is how I learned that they actually even did change music for DVDs. Jason Katims did manage to keep a few of the important songs in certain milestone tentpole scenes. However, conversely, there are a few certain scenes that he did not and could not, and that's what irks people like me and Tony and makes us so passionate about this. I wrote an article in 2019 that I'm very proud of. Oh, well, that's awesome. For the 20th anniversary of the show, explaining how important the music was in both major and minor scenes that I selected, which you obviously can't read yet. However, one of the minor scenes I did choose was the start of this episode with Mandy Moore Candy. It's just the subtle nuances when Max first walks in, the lyrics blast, "I'm missing you like candy," and when Liz finishes talking to the orthodontists and starts walking towards Max, the music starts up again with "Oh baby, won't you come to me." Little things like that were magic on the show. Oh, fair enough, okay. One of the, before, when the famous actors in the background or bit roles were here, I thought it was a few episodes from now. One of the nurses wheeling Grandma Claudia into the hospital was Oscar winner Octavia Spencer. I don't know who that is, I'm sorry. I remember reading about Roswell fans being upset about the change a while ago. Personally, it's been a long time since I've seen the show, like every other show, even favorites like Stargate and Smallville. I only remember bits and pieces. However, I don't half-ass shit, so I made sure to look for the best quality with the knowledge that the music was an issue. This does make editing the episodes a bit more difficult. I finished editing 104 and it got claimed due to the song at the end, which ended up having me having to re-edit it, which in my opinion sadly makes the ending look less good. But at least for the people here, mainly Shana gets to see it the way that it was intended to be seen. I imagine the YouTube edits will be a pain. Yeah. I manage, luckily I get these done pretty much the same day, or at least in the usual 48 hours, and we won't be posting them to YouTube until we've dealt with the claims, so I have plenty of time to fix unforeseen hiccups. Right. Those guys asking Liz to see her bite, orthodontist convention or not, that's just weird. Let's not do that. I agree. That's why I was weirded out by it. I feel like Maria has anxiety, with her strong reactions to things like Isabel fixing the AC, but not just alien-related things, also having to see the audience, seeing the guidance counselor and talk about the future of and work, having to smell that stuff to calm her down. But I know shows back then in the day didn't really talk about anxiety. It would just be that she was high-strung. Yeah. But maybe that's just me projecting because I'm diagnosed with multiple kinds of anxiety and I just see a lot of similar anxious reactions. Yeah, I feel. I like that Kyle wasn't the one who told his friends to beat up Max. I feel like a lot of shows, especially in the 90s and 2000s, would have had the boyfriend that she's not supposed to be with, like Kyle, be the guy who goes after Max with his friends all the time. Yeah, like Luke from the OC, as one example. So I like that the show went in a different direction in this episode. I agree, 100%. I really thought Liz and Max were great in this episode. I think when I was watching it the first time, this is the episode that really sold me on them together. Okay. Yeah, it's pretty insane to think about the fact that their parents don't know that they're aliens. I mean, they're teenagers now, but that means they've supposedly been in their home for 8 years or whatever since they were adopted, since they're in a school and are supposedly 16, even though they don't really look that they are. You'd think that the mum and dad would have caught on by now. Yeah. I guess that they were just always able to control their powers. Like, they never had any issues. Like, I don't know. Oh, okay. There's an orthodontist convention in town. I was wondering why the fuck they were asking Liz to show off her overbite or whatever. Still kind of weird. But it does make it a tiny bit more sense, though, I guess. Even though they probably should still keep that shit to themselves if they're not at work. Yeah, it's just a fucking 16-year-old girl. It's fucking weird. Creepy dude, would you mind if we took a look at your bite? You? Book an appointment. I'm deceased. Kyle is the casual boyfriend of Liz. I'm not sure what that means. You're either with someone or you're not. But since the word boyfriend is involved, in my opinion, the answer to your question is yes, they're dating. And now they're not. So casual dating is a thing. Definitely, 100%. I know plenty of people that casually date. But it's interesting that we had casual dating in this show this early on. Like, I don't think the casual... I don't know. When the show came out, I was 4, so I don't know. But I feel like casual dating wasn't really a thing back then. I'm probably wrong. At least it wasn't indicated as much on TV. But yeah, I think the thing that like tripped me up was the word boyfriend still being used. I mean, if you're casually dating someone, you don't call them your boyfriend at all. I don't know, that's just from my knowledge of people that casual date. Yep, same, Maria's hairdo looks fucking whack. But I suppose because it's a show about aliens, they wanted to go for a character with a sci-fi-ish looking hairdo, which is weird because she's the human. And of course, they couldn't use the look on any of the alien kids because it would be too obvious. Oh yeah. Alright, apparently Kyle can teleport. Dude shows up in front of Max's car. When last we saw him, he was in the hospital with Liz. Apparently. Maybe he's an alien. Yeah, Michael is just playing some harmless pranks on those dudes, and after they went after Max, I approve. I can understand why Max is a bit hesitant about that kind of stuff, though. He doesn't want their secret to be found out. I still approve. I'd do the same if someone went after someone I cared about. Yeah, he was great. Girl, you're in a relationship. If you like another dude, be honest with your feelings. Some people have jobs and some people are slobs. And then there's people who pretend to be slobs, but really just rigged the system to work out for them. Meanwhile, they do a lot of stuff for free and just pass the time. Isabel's friends sound like they're just slobs, though. Right. And now they're broken up. Makes the whole thing between her and Max less frustrating to watch now. Agreed. Okay, Liz had a moment with her Orma. That was kind of sweet. But the scene ends with hearing the beep of her Orma's heart monitor flatlining. And all I could think was, oh, guys, microwave is done. Oh. Did they use the wrong sound? Not only ruined the whole moment for myself, now I'm also hungry and I don't have anything good to eat. Yeah, true. Big change in Maria this episode. She's much more comfortable with Isabel all of a sudden. I suppose the ending of last week's episode kind of confirmed that change was happening. Kind of sudden still, absolutely. But it was good nonetheless. And she was being a good best friend as well. So there's hope for her. Yes. Right. We have an episode to get into. Let's get into it.
It's funny how the world changes sometimes. How the streets you walked your entire life suddenly seem darker, colder. How the silence isn't so quiet anymore. How eyes you've barely even noticed now look at nothing but you. How the walk home every night is no longer routine, but a victory. And then you begin to wonder, maybe it's not the world that's changed. Maybe it's just you.
You know, it would be kind of funny if instead of like waiting to finish the show to start Roswell, New Mexico, I was watching them side by side. That'd be kind of interesting.
And then suddenly,
experience. I'm not going to do that, but
over again.
Liz, what?
My journal's missing.
And?
Maria, I wrote everything in that journal.
Everything?
Oh dear.
Things about Max.
Personal things about Max?
Everything.
What? Like where he's from, what he is, what he isn't?
I mean, everything.
Did you have another vision or something and are you trying to write it down or something? What are your powers?
Hey man, what's going on?
Please tell me this is important, Michael.
It is. I dreamt it, Max. I've seen it more clearly than I ever have.
What?
This. It's what I saw that night at Flanny's office. When I touched the key, that's what I saw.
You saw a semicircle.
No. I saw this, Max.
And what is this?
I don't know yet. But I saw it. I didn't even remember until tonight. I had to tell somebody.
And I appreciate that I'm the one you chose to wake at 3 in the morning to tell that you've been dreaming about semicircles, but maybe we can talk about this in the morning.
Yeah, okay, the morning. Would you mind?
No, go ahead.
You just had that
What we need
sitting
to do
there.
is reconstruct the crime.
This must happen a couple.
Motive and opportunity,
Times.
Liz, that's the key. I mean,
At
this is
least.
Roswell. You can't just ignore things like this.
Look, I told you, there was nothing unusual. I was studying with Alex yesterday.
Alex? Okay, we have opportunity.
Well, we were in my room, and then he left and went home, and wait a second. Why am I reconstructing a crime when there is absolutely no crime to reconstruct? It's misplaced, Maria. It's not stolen.
Yeah, until we ask ourselves, why would Alex want the diary? Has he been feeling ignored, curious, asking questions we don't answer, seeking explanations we don't give? Come on, and what better way to find those answers than in your journal? Now that's a motive.
How am I gonna tell Max?
My advice, over drinks.
See, that's cheating though.
Hungry?
Oh. No, just this machine. It's always acting up.
Can I ask you something?
Sure. But I have to be honest with you, Liz. At this point, I don't think I have any secrets left.
Look, Max, there's something that you should know because something
Hope I'm not
happened.
interrupting.
No, you're not.
Liz?
It's nothing, Max. It's nothing important. We just bumped into each other because I was walking this way and then he was coming that way and we just had
Interesting. Bye, Liz.
You said you'd be nicer to her.
And you said you'd stay away from her. Let's call it even.
Liz? Mr. Polsky?
Is it you?
Oh,
Darla, did you steal the journal?
Not on my account, I hope.
Oh, no, not at all. I'm just, late. I'm just late for something.
Liz, I'm sure you have a fine reason for sitting alone in a dark classroom. I wouldn't be much of a guidance counselor if I didn't ask what that reason is.
Oh, it's nothing. Yeah, everything's great.
Sometimes we think we're all alone, but we're not. There's people all around us willing and eager to help. Maybe I'm not the first person you'd turn to in a moment like this, but I want you to know, I'm not only a guidance counselor.
You're not.
No, I'm also a friend. No,
Possibly
does that make it
vampire?
any easier?
Possibly an alien, I don't know.
It does.
Good. Is everything really okay, Liz?
Everything's great. Thank you.
Look, I know it must really bother you the way Liz and I clam up every time you come around.
Yeah, it's a little annoying.
Yeah, of course, and I mean, I'm sure it's our fault. I mean, actually, I know it's our fault. But I just hope that, I just hope that it wouldn't cause you to do anything, you know, out of character.
Okay, what are you talking about?
Liz's diary is missing, and
Are you accusing me of taking Liz's diary?
no, I'm not saying that at all. No, it's just that Liz and I were running through the facts of the case, you know, motive and opportunity.
So Liz is accusing me.
No, that's not what I'm saying either. It's just that based on certain factors, you emerge as a credible suspect. But I know that that couldn't be true, right? I mean, it couldn't, could it?
Okay, you know what? The next time you and Liz feel the urge to share with me, you know, feel the impulse to really open up, do me a favor, okay? Let it pass.
You didn't deny it.
That's school property, you know.
Oh, Miss Polsky, I didn't know anyone was, sorry about that.
Actually, it's not the locker I'm worried about, Alex.
Oh, me? Oh, no. You don't have to do that. I'm fine, really. I'm great.
Alex, could I talk with you in my office for a minute? Who's changed, Alex? You?
No, not me.
Your girlfriend?
No, I don't have no girlfriend, Mr. Polsky.
Doesn't surprise me. Teenage girls can never spot the good ones. I mean, look at Liz Parker. Dating Kyle Valenti? He's a little obvious, don't you think?
Yeah, well, you know, apparently Liz is going through some stuff right now, so...
Stuff?
It's stupid. Liz loses her diary. And the next thing I know, Inspector DeLuca tells me that they have me pinned as the main suspect. These are my good friends, you know?
Would you like me to talk to them, Alex?
No, it's okay. I can do. Anyway, I'm late for class, so...
73290.
What have you got?
Something interesting's happened. Any chance of sending me some backup?
You're the FBI. Hey, it's this guy.
Good, Ellie. Remember to maintain your
He's
perspective.
the ice cream man in Jump.
Mr. Garrett, to what do we owe this pleasure?
He's also in Ally McBeal recently.
What pleasure?
You, of course. I mean, it's Thursday, and I don't think I recall seeing you since Monday of last week.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. But I kind of just really want to draw.
You
so-
kind of just really want to draw?
Yeah, I didn't when they first made me take this class, but now I do. I'm just gonna take this easel here.
So you and Max Evans now?
No, we're just friends.
Oh, friends. Well, that is a popular position these days, Liz, isn't it?
Look, Kyle, I know.
What is your
you're
problem?
angry with me, but this isn't easy for me either. If you could just like
Let's just
try
come
and
attack her.
understand.
You know the best part about being broken up, Liz? I don't have to try anymore.
You don't have to be rude for the sake of being rude.
What's going on?
Not much, actually.
You know, we probably could have this conversation up front.
Yeah, right. We could have. There is actually one thing. What I didn't tell you before is, Max, I keep this diary.
Still not exactly backroom conversation, Liz.
Well, it's actually more of like a journal, because that's what scientists call their diaries. Look, anyway, in this journal, I generally write everything that happened to me. Everything important, anyways, and lately that seems to include quite a few things.
And one of those things would be about...
Yeah, so that kind of leads us to the problem. The problem being that journal with the stuff about you and the shooting and that whole entire day and everything, that journal is kind of just missing.
Missing?
Not missing.
Not missing.
No, it's misplaced.
Misplaced?
Temporarily misplaced.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sure that it's somewhere stupid, like under my bed or something.
What exactly did you write in this thing, Liz? How bad is it?
I'm gonna find it, Max. So just don't worry about anything. And tomorrow, after I found it, we're gonna have a really good laugh. Just give me one day, Max.
It's interesting that he doesn't get like mad at her.
And just don't tell anyone, please. I promise you, Max, that I am gonna take care of it.
I'm on to you, Evans.
What was that about?
I have no idea. Kyle stole it. Kyle stole your journal.
No, Max, don't go Marie on me, okay? It's not stolen. It's misplaced.
I'm on to you. Just now, he looked right at me and said, I'm on to you. It means you read your journal, Liz.
I
It means
think
he
he
knows
just means that
No, Max,
he's on
it's
to
not
you
about the
trying
journal.
to take
It's
his
about
girl.
us, okay? Kyle
Even
thinks
though
that
that's
you had
not
something
exactly
to do with our
what's going
breaking
on.
up. And he's not a thief, you know? The journal has only been missing for one day. Kyle hasn't been in my house in over a week.
And the crash down?
Not there either. Hello?
Your room, huh? Good album.
Oh god, that scared me.
He was here.
Who was here?
Kyle.
No, Max, I told you Kyle hasn't been here for over a week.
I saw him.
You saw him?
I had a flash, Liz. When things get intense, sometimes we feel things, see things. He was here, Liz.
Yeah, but when? You might be just seeing him here, like, I don't know, 2 months ago.
Hi. I got the CD, Kyle, thanks.
Yeah, that's great. Your dad let me in.
Kyle, I know when two people break up, it's not easy. You know, it's not as easy as they thought it was, you know?
Yeah.
You know, these people, they might say or do things that they don't mean, you know, uncharacteristic things. Maybe they're just confused, you know, looking for answers and reasons. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. That's why I want you to know that you can ask me anything, Liz. I don't have any secrets from you.
Is that what you think, Kyle? I have secrets? Do you think it's those secrets that broke us up?
Well, maybe, Liz.
So when you were in my room alone, you had a chance to discover what those secrets were. Isn't that right?
What are you so scared of? What secrets are you so afraid of me knowing? The truth about Max Evans? About why you've been so weird ever since that day at the crash down? Is that what your secrets are?
Kyle, this is serious. What you have, I really need back.
We all want something back, Liz.
He
Just
doesn't
too
have
bad life
it,
isn't always fair.
but it's not clear
Kyle.
to you.
This isn't good, you know.
No, I see that.
It's pretty good, huh? I didn't even know I could paint. But Mr. Cohen said it's the best thing to come out of this class all year.
Michael, this isn't right.
What isn't?
A public display, your thing just sitting here.
Hey, this is not a thing, all right? It's... I'm not exactly sure what it is, but...
What Isabella's trying to say is that it's not a very good idea. It could be dangerous.
Dangerous? How could it be dangerous? It doesn't mean anything to anyone, including myself.
Maybe it does mean something to
But
someone
Michael,
and
that's
they'll
not really the
recognize
point.
it.
The point is we shouldn't be taking chances like this.
You did.
I did, that's right.
But what? You can take chances and I can't? You can roll the dice with our lives, but if anyone else does, I mean, God forbid, you know?
No, I saved someone's life, Michael. I wasn't dabbling in the
It's
arts.
kind of different.
Wait a second. I cut my vacation short for a diary.
This is not just a diary, Agent. This is potential proof of alien contact. Not from a crackpot farmer or a drunk somewhere, but from a straight A student. Treasurer of the Roswell Science Club.
Any idea what his diary might be?
I think I do. This is where we should get started. She's been having a problem with her boyfriend.
Kyle?
His door's just out open? At nighttime?
Sheriff
What?
Valenti?
Damn, the 90s were weird.
It wasn't until the sheriff that deadbolts don't work as well when you leave your door open.
Max, we shouldn't be in here.
You're right, so let's make this quick. Which way is Kyle's room?
Max.
We'll get in, we'll grab your journal, and we'll get out. In the process, we'll save my life. So which way is Kyle's room?
The hell?
You start in the closet, I'll start here. It's not in here. Any luck?
No. It's not in here, Max. Maybe Kyle doesn't have it.
Maybe Kyle doesn't have it anymore. Wait here.
That's a lot of guns.
It's Kyle.
Come on, let's go.
Back door. You left the light on, I think. Damn it, I can't see the face!
That's quite good, Michael. It is.
Thank you.
Don't you think it's time you drew something else?
Something else.
When the class drew fruit, you drew this. When the class sketched the human form, you drew this again. And you're a talented artist, Mr. Guerin, but you can't go through the semester drawing only a geodesic dome.
A what?
Geodesic dome. Perhaps before your time. It's a type of house, architecturally postmodern.
House.
As I was saying, Mr. Guerin, an artist of your ability can draw something else, something besides this. Perhaps. Stick with the dome.
Smart ass.
Michael's painting isn't our biggest problem.
Does that imply that there's a problem I'm not aware of?
But before I tell you, you need to know that it's not Liz's fault. You see, Liz keeps a journal. Everything that happens to her, she writes down, including that day at the cafe. What I did, who I am, who you are. But you can't blame her, all right? You gotta promise me.
Blame her for what?
For losing her journal. I know it sounds bad, but it'll turn up. I know it will. But until then, I'm handling it. Michael, did you hear what I said?
Sorry, we're closed. I'm sorry that the kitchen's closed.
That's all right, I just ate.
You know, actually, this is for employees only.
Max told me what happened.
Oh, he did? What did he say?
He said you wrote it all down, Liz.
He said that. What do you want?
I want you to know it wasn't smart to write all those things down, Liz.
Yeah, I know that now.
I knew it a week ago.
Excuse me?
That was the night I sat at the first booth. Maybe you remember. It was late, like tonight.
Did you take
And
it?
you were at the counter, writing. Homework?
Yeah. A little bit.
But it wasn't homework, was it?
No, it wasn't.
You could have put us in an awful spot, Liz. Roswell's not exactly the town you want to be unique in, if you know what I mean. You have to know who your friends are. I had to know the risk. So I had to know what your journal said.
You took it.
It's also
I never
like
meant for things to get out of control.
a scare as well. Like it'll like if he can take
It's
it.
nice to know we have at least one friend in this town.
Does Max know that you...
No. And you know it would be really great? If you didn't tell him.
But why didn't you just destroy this, Michael? Because anyone that found this would know all about you.
No. They'd know all about you, Liz. Thank you for giving me one more reason to envy Max Evans.
Okay.
And you might want to get better window locks for when your criminals happen to be human.
Not how they thought that conversation was gonna go.
Hey,
I seem to be finding myself here quite a bit lately.
maybe you'd be interested in a season pass. $19. Includes the guided tour and a box lunch.
For a season. Jeez. It's cheap.
Everything's okay, Max. I have my journal.
You found it.
I guess you could say that it found me. I left it at the crash down. A customer returned it.
A customer?
A friend. A good friend. Look, Max, now that this is all
Yeah, but
over
I
and
mean,
everything,
that's
feel
still
like I
gonna
owe
make you think,
an
did they read
explanation
it?
to why I wrote those things.
No, you don't.
No, I know you think that I was foolish, to write about that day and you and everything, but what I wrote in my journal, it didn't really have anything to do with science. That day that you saved me, I felt something that I just had to put into words. So years from now, if anyone ever touches me the way that you did, I'll know what it's supposed to feel like.
So, can I see it? What you wrote?
Oh. Yeah, I don't think that's a good idea.
No? Why? Because if I read what you wrote in your journal, I'll realize how you really see me.
Exactly.
But you know how he sees you. How's that fair?
I can't believe you're still reading that.
Guilty pleasure. Michael, you okay?
Yeah. I just wish I had a few more answers. The dome, you know? I mean, what's the point of having a vision if it doesn't mean anything?
Patience, space boy.
Boring.
Max, Michael.
What's the problem?
This. Michael, it's your vision.
I was gonna say, like, literally 2 minutes ago or something when he was reading the book that a picture will show up or something. Literally, that's what I was gonna say, but I don't know. I failed to articulate.
I am ready, I am ready, I am.
Doing a better job at hiding it now. Hey, what's up you guys? Quick interruption here. As you are no doubt aware, these past few years have been tough on all of us. And there are some things that none of us can hide from. The cost of living, for instance, food and things like electricity, gas, and water have all gone up and they continue to go up. Now, I don't really like to advertise this, but in order to afford keeping the lights on, the camera running, and to be able to provide you guys with new content like this very edit, for example, I feel I need to let you guys know about how you can help support the channel and myself. I have a Patreon that if you pledge to, you're helping support the channel, and in return, you can get a vast amount of content that you wouldn't regularly get on YouTube, such as full unedited reactions to my regular content, a ton of other shows and movies that you probably don't even know that I've reacted to. A link to this can be found in the description below, and it really does help the channel by keeping me and my very cute cats alive. Think of the cats. If you're interested, you can also check out our website, which is also linked below. Perhaps there's some shows and movies there that you didn't even know that I reacted to, but you always wanted to see. Please know, pledging is entirely your own choice, of course. You're welcome to stay here on YouTube and wait for the edits to come out. No worries. I'm not going anywhere. More edits are coming. I understand not everyone is in the position to support creators, but any help is welcome. Anyways, thank you for your continued support, whether it's through YouTube or on Patreon. You guys are the best. Now please, enjoy the rest of the video. Alrighty, well that was Roswell Season 1, Episode 5. Decent episode, you know, we had a missing journal, you know, we learned some stuff about Darla. So she's gonna be Darla to me forever. Seems like she's, I'm presuming FBI. I don't actually know, but yeah. I didn't trust her for a minute. I think that was Michael this episode that just like really wanted to just keep drawing his vision, which was really cool, because it ended up, you know, he ended up recognizing what it was at the end there. Well, I mean, yeah, my English not coming at. I noticed that names. I noticed that Maria wasn't in this episode that much. Same with Isabel. Wait. Is Katherine Heigl's name here Isabel? And Katherine Heigl's name on Grey's Anatomy also Isabel? Alrighty, sorry. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you thought, and I'll see you in the next one.